In Civ 6, unique units are meant to flex your military might during specific eras, making you as unstoppable as the Civ you're playing as was historically. Some Civs do this better than others, as we already did the top 5 worst unique units, but these 5 unique units, and 4 honorable mentions, make you as unstoppable as Genghis Khan while making your enemies seem as incompetent as France in 1940. Before you begin watching, comment down below exactly which units you think are going to make the top 5, and if you get 3 out of 5 right, I'll give you a super like. I'll be taking into account how good they are at killing units, cities, how much better they are than their regular unit, and how well they synergize with their specific civs. The first honorable mention, pretty much the 9th best unit, but I wanted to say top 5 to make the title look better, is the Varu from India. This behemoth of a war elephant gets 40 combat strength in around the same era as horsemen, tied for the strongest in the classical era, while making all nearby enemies collectively shit their pants, which is uncomfortable enough to make them lose 5 combat strength, making them extremely effective at killing enemy units, but with just 2 movement speed and no bonus to taking out wall cities as they can't use battering rams. They are mainly a defensive unit, and you will need swords or catapults to end up taking walls, which is a long wait and reduces the overall effectiveness of these elephants. With Chandragupta's unique Casus Belli, you will get high movement Varu, but it comes so late compared to when you can start warring with them that you're better off beelining knights and then going for a rush from there with your territorial expansion civic. Overall, they are a very strong, unique unit, but the reason they're only in the 9th place, technically first honorable mention, is because they do have some weaknesses that need to be ironed out. The Grand Colombian Llanero comes in next, as these Spanish guitarist stereotypes can wipe the floor with everyone in the industrial era. Healing completely with all the Comandante generals you'll have, while also getting 2 combat strength for every adjacent Llanero, makes them unstoppable in this era, as they can attack without fear and have massive flanking and support bonuses that will overwhelm the enemy. Bombards in this era are a lot better and are a lot easier to get than Varu with catapults, but it still is difficult to deal with, as the second your bombards get caught with their pants down, you will have your advance completely halted. Another solid unique unit with some weaknesses mixed in, but its extra movement speed and the fact that it comes in the industrial era, which gives you time to build up, gives it an advantage over the Varu. The Australian Digger might not seem like that good of a unit, as 5 combat strength and 4 in territory, and 10 on coastal tiles is pretty damn situational, as you pretty much have to move 1 tile to the left to get them on an even playing field. But when you open up the Civilopedia and check what the resource cost is, you might think to yourself, this is definitely a bug, they cost 0 oil for an infantry unit, there's no way this is intended. And that is why they come in as our number 2 honorable mention. With no resource requirement, you can spam these guys out and use them on the offensive as you destroy enemy units faster than emus did to Australia. And that extra 3 combat strength from normal means they are stronger than regular infantry by a wide margin in neutral or foreign territory. When you add all these different bonuses together, and the fact that they cost 0 oil to make and maintain, letting you get more planes, boats, and tanks, they might actually have a chance at Gallipoli this time around. And the number 1 honorable mention goes to the Keshig. You can actually feel like Genghis Khan with these units, as your great general can hop on a ride and get the same movement speed as the Keshigs with their unique ability, giving all civilian and great general units the same movement speed as them when they're in formation. They are essentially a mobile crossbowman unit that can wreak havoc on enemy armies. You thought crossbowmen were bad enough to deal with? Try playing tag with these pesky little fucks. Add in knights and a medieval era push. You bring these guys out in Ordus with more movement speed, more experience gain, and add in a couple of trebuchets, and you are rolling up to the enemy with 6 movement speed Keshigs when attached with a great general, and no one can stop you in the medieval era, especially after you throw a trade post into enemy cities. The reason they aren't any higher though is because you do have to hard build them, you can't upgrade into them, and in order for you to actually build an army that's large enough to go to war, you are going to have to spend 20 to 30 turns at least building up 4 to 6 Keshigs before you are able to just Genghis the entire world. And now we are done with the honorable mentions. Let's get into the top 5 proper, with the first unique unit being the Immortal. Now, these dudes replace swordsmen, and thanks to Persia's unique ability, they are pretty much 4 movement speed swordsmen for about 10 turns after declaring a surprise war. More than enough time to break the AI's back, but what do the Immortals provide? They have a ranged attack. Now, before the April update, they were a little weaker in melee than actual swordsmen, but after the update and the nerf that swordsmen got, they are now even, as the Immortal didn't lose any combat strength at all. And with a ranged attack, just as strong as an archer's, they will wreak havoc all by themselves, no support needed. As the developers pretty much threw swordsmen and archers, 2 of the best unique units, the best units in the entire game, threw in a polymerization card from Yu-Gi-Oh! And created what might be the best classical era unit in the entire game. The extra movement speed you get after a surprise war and a great general makes them kinda like Keshigs, giving them 5 movement speed 10 turns after you declare war. But in the classical era, unlike Keshigs, you can upgrade into them from warriors, and you can actually capture cities with them. In all honesty, the rough competition from here on out is the only reason they're ranked as low as number 5 on the list, but they are still an insanely strong unique unit. In our goal to get the amount of people watching who are subbed to 69% for the memes, we have gotten all the way down to 82%. If you do enjoy, subscribe to help us achieve our goal. The next unique unit is the Roman Legion, the best classical era unique unit. The reason I have them over the Immortal is for 2 reasons. 1, you're stronger with 40 combat strength over 35, but that alone wouldn't be enough to put them over the Immortal, as they do still have the ranged attack. It's the fact that they get 1 build charge, letting you use your legions to make more legions, and have them replicate faster than the coronavirus in an immunocompromised 80-year-old AIDS patient. The fact that you can spam these guys out and that you can use rams while also being tied for the strongest unit in the classical era makes them the best unique unit in that specific era. Although, spoiler here, they are pretty much tied with the Immortal in my books. The Immortal is better in a 1v1 setting, especially after Cyrus declares a surprise war, but there will be more legions, and they can build forts if things get too bad, so take this ranking as a 4A, while the Immortals are a 4B. The Pitati Archer is a mobile, stronger, and cheaper archer unit for Nubia in Civilization 6. They are technically more expensive, but with Nubia's bonus towards ranged unit production, they are technically cheaper to build than regular archers anywhere else. This, coupled with the fact that they're in the ancient era, makes them one of the best units in the entire game, as you can get them out and destroy enemy slingers and warriors before they can get stronger units. Archers alone are one of the best units due to their versatility in attack and defense. These guys have steroids and meth running through their veins, making them stronger and faster than regular archers. They can tear down early walls with ease, as well as shred units up to the late medieval era. Yes, even man-at-arms cannot stop these monstrosities when they finally get to 3 and 4 promotions, and they can do that extremely easily, as the fact they come so early and are effective for so long, plus the experience boost they get with Nubia's other unique ability for archers, means the 4 promotion Pitatis are very likely and easy to get, especially when coupled with Oligarchy. And when that happens, the game is literally over, as you can wipe out continents with 5 or 6 5 promotion ranged units for the entire game. The DILF of Civ 6 has the second best unit, being the Tagma. There are 2 reasons for this. One, you get free Tagmas by building hippodromes and their buildings due to Byzantium's unique ability, meaning if you have theoretically 10 cities, get a couple builders, chop out some arenas immediately after researching them, you can get up to 10 units in the blink of an eye. And not only that, they act as great generals, giving all nearby units within one tile an extra 4 combat strength. With a great general, you will get 8-9 combat strength, while also being able to come out much faster than regular knights. All of this makes them one of the best unique units already, but with Byzantium's unique ability, you will have 3 extra CS at least, probably 6 or 9 at this point if you've taken out enemy holy cities, and they can tear down walls. They just literally ignore walls. It's a second health bar that does little but slow down conquest, and even that isn't all, as Crusade is one of the best and most important religious beliefs as Byzantium, as you can convert enemy cities easily by killing nearby units, while also getting a religion pretty early on with their free great profit point per holy site. And that means you get an extra 10 combat strength when attacking near enemy cities who are following your religion. It's just game over at that point, as they literally have no weaknesses. Fast production, fast movement speed, wiping out all units, wiping out cities, spreading your religion. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they did the dishes for you. That's how strong and versatile these unique units are. And finally, the best unique unit in the entire game, being my opinion of course, let me know down below what you would change about this list, is the Ottoman Janissary. The Janissary is so broken they needed to give them a debuff, as when you build a Janissary in founded cities, the city loses 1 population. But that should not matter at all, as you should be building warriors and swordsmen, and then upgrading them into Janissaries for no drawback. The Janissary gets 5 extra combat strength over the musketmen at literally half the production and gold cost, and a free promotion. This means you can even gold upgrade them at half the cost, going down to a quarter the cost if you get the Mercenary Civic. And the free promotion, if you have a swordsman with 3 promotions and upgrade them into a Janissary, they will get a 4th promotion for free, which is mind-boggling. The best thing about the Janissaries is it's the strongest Renaissance unit you can build, very cheap and very spammable, and if you upgrade them from swordsmen, which should already have 2 to 3 promotions from other wars, you will get the damn dream team on your side, as no one's gonna be able to stop you. Especially with Ibrahim and cheaper siege units, add in a great general, which you should already have at this point, and you get some of the strongest units ever created in Civilization history. Not as good as the Impy and Keshigs were in Civ 5, my goodness, nothing can be that strong ever again, but strong enough to make them the best unique unit in Civilization 6. If you do enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down below what you want to see next and what you would change from this list, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.